Okay, pleasure having you guys here again. The 20th of July. Today is Wednesday, and which happens to be the middle of the week. So we should be expecting some good movements if we haven't had any. So a quick one now, just flipping through the majors and the gold. If you have a look at Euro USD here, we talked about this big move over here, which was as a result of the dollar weakness, which we experienced on Monday and also yesterday as well. So now that it has broken out of this level here, as you can see, form of resistance support. Now it's on the other side, flip zones. Flip zones has to do with an area that acts as support and resistance. Now it's on the other side here, and then naturally we should be looking forward to buying. So if you can get a decent price action trigger, it could be the bullish hammer or bullish engulfing or whatever you want to use to push it higher. So this is the area to watch, but don't just jump in and pull the trigger yet. Wait for something definite to give you that trigger. And this is for the Euro USD. Now the cable. Now the funny thing about the cable against the Euro USD now is that they tend to move in tangent, right? But if you look at this cable, you can see that this structure, similar to what we had on the Euro USD, is below, which is this here, is below this area here, which should act as resistance, which means that we should see a further drop. So we need to be careful looking at the Euro USD and the Pound USD. You could also pay attention to what's happening for the USD index to have a better understanding, right? So at times when I see things like this, I tend to pay more attention. Most times I like both of them to align and then give us that trigger, right? For both of them to, move in tangent. The Aussie dollar, you can see we had a breakout from here. We talked about this. And then now it seems to be moving in a sort of rising flag pattern. And the rising flag pattern, where it is now, you could have gotten an entry on this tap here, which happened earlier in the morning. Of course, I don't do Asian session, strictly London and a bit of New York. So if you want to jump in on this, you have to wait for a breakout of this structure, pull back to it, and then a drop further down to this former area of resistance that should most likely maybe act as support and then push higher. It's always good for you to know your levels and then know how to approach them at the end of the day. Here we have Kiwi, similar structure. The Kiwi and Aussie, they tend to move in tangent. They tend to move like brothers and sisters. While the Swizzy, the dollar Swizzy with the Euro USD tend to move in opposite directions. You remember the Euro USD was telling us from here, from this perspective, it is time to buy. And if you look at the dollar Swizzy from where it is more or less telling us it's time to sell, but we needed to push a bit higher to this area here where we could get a nice trigger to take it back down. So for well, so far so good. Nothing concrete on the majors and the gold for now. You need to exercise more patience and see what the market has to offer. Here is the dollar yen. The dollar yen, as you can see from here, we have this area here that was former support, now acting as resistance, resistance, resistance. So this here would be a good area to sell, to take it back down, at least to this area where you have your resistance levels and then support. And then hopefully it breaks out of this area, then this acts as resistance and then pushes down. That means that you could even also get another entry. That is, if this area should act as resistance, you get another entry here to take it further down to probably this area here of flip zone. Flip zones is based on support and resistance. Is something that I'm big on. Here you have resistance, resistance, resistance. You can see support, support here, right? So this is something to pay attention to. And then, of course, you don't need too many trades on a weekly basis. Trust me, if you have about 1, 2, 3 trades, just 1 to 3 trades each week, you can hit some good numbers. You can hit like 10%, 20% of your account balance as long as you do it well enough. Here, the dollar card, you can see the dollar card has broken out of this structure that acted as support in the past and then resistance, meaning that as a flip zone, it should now act as resistance and then drop further down. So like in the other instances that we're looking at now, it'd be good to look for a trigger based on your price action, whether it's the bearish hammer, bearish pin, or your bearish engulfing, or whatever trigger that you normally use. It could even be a chart pattern formation. It could be a wedge. It could be head and shoulders or whatever you normally make use of. And then gold, finally gold. You can see that gold seems to be stuck. It has been dragging for a while. One thing you should know about gold, it tends to do, or even one thing you should know about any instrument, as a matter of fact, they tend to move and then they now go into a form of exhaustion, consolidation, as you can see right here. Then you can see another move, then another form of consolidation, exhaustion, then another move, and now we have another form of consolidation. So that means that sooner than later, we're expecting another move. And if that should happen, we should have it break below the significant 1700 psychological round number. And you can see that it has been resting here for a while, acting as support. But if you look also, you should be able to see some forms of lower highs building up here. And if we have lower highs, that means that we should have another lower high somewhere here, another lower high, and so on, which is giving us that information that the sellers are in charge, they're dominating, and they still want to dominate the more. So this is what I have for you based on the majors and gold, and we'll be doing this as often as possible to give us trading opportunities in the market. One thing I'll tell you, just as a quick summary, for EURUSD, look forward to buying. For dollar Swizzy, look forward to selling. For dollar yen, look forward to selling as well. For gold, I would say selling, even though it's at the area of support, but I need more information here. I would have preferred if we're at this level here or a breakout here and then a retest. So this is just a quick one. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. It is indeed the fuel that we need to do more videos. So I want to say thank you guys. It has indeed been a good one. Enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye and God bless. Cheers.